Hello and welcome to another video. So in this one we're going to be looking at the Sportscar Worldwide Porsche Cup Series round 4 at St. Croix B. So I'm going to jump straight into qualifying here. This was the first lap I did. And you see we're on soft, but just cut the corner too much and get a penalty, so that ruins that lap. So we're going to end up with just a one-shot qualifying here. So we're going to get some supers on and go for the one-shot. Here we go, coming around the final corner, trying to get a good exit if we can. So you take it nice and slow, get a good exit out the corner to start our flying lap here. Across the line, here we go. Car just coming out the pits, stays out the way. So braking at the 100 metre mark there. Turn in, so we don't take as big a risk on that curb. You can't take a lot of the green stuff, but after invalidating the first lap I'm not going to risk it there. And here braking just at the start of the curb, trying to turn in and power out as soon as you can. And then coming around here, taking a wide line, stick to the outside of the track and look for the marshals and the van on the left. And then just start to lift and turn in, and then just lift and feather the brake and throttle round to try and get a good exit out of that corner, and just being careful on the bump there just as you go over the apex. And then we're just looking for the arrows on the road. So you see we're purple just, so looking for the arrows there, braking point, try and clip the inside of that curb. Took a little bit too much, but if you take any more than that you can lose the back end there, so you've got to be careful. Trying to turn in as early as we can down into third, just throttle it through and power out as soon as you see the end of the blue barrier. And let's see the split there, nearly 1.5 tenths up. So we're on for the pole position here if we can keep this up in the last 2 sectors. This is an awkward corner, this a weird one. Better to go in slow and try and get the run out, but very awkward. I see someone's crashed there, Mike. Luckily gets out our way, so that's good, doesn't affect us at all. Try and keep the power all the way through. See, we're still 1.5 tenths up, so we're on for pole there. Just a tiny lift, keep it as close to that apex as you can and powered out. So very good round them left, so 1 corner left to go, braking at the 100, just a little bit too late and we don't get into that apex, and we have to lift off on the exit not to go into the wall. So how much time will that have lost us? Let's see. Cross the line and it's a 207.6, 1.5 tenths off pole. So unfortunately there, I think if we'd have got a better final corner we'd have been on pole. But just to say, this one again is 2 lobbies, but the lobbies have been put together again, so same as last race, the points count for the lobby you're in rather than your position in the race. So away we go here. Taking it nice and sensible. Adam in front and Mark behind, both take it quite sensible as well there in turn 1. So we're going to see, can we run away now? Again, just braking early, half braking, just trying to look after the tyres while we're in slipstream. But got to look, can we make a move ahead? Is it worth making a move ahead? But also watching out for Mark behind. Make sure he doesn't go for the move on us. But first aim, I was trying to race clever in this. First aim, try and get away as much as we can and fight later on. So let's just look at the start. Looks like Martin at the back got a poor start. Mike might have got a poor start, and Aaron got a really poor start there by the looks of it. But it looks like everyone else got away nice and clean. No incidents into turn 1. It is very wide here at turn 1. Oh, except Chris there goes across the first corner, totally cuts that, and yes, gets a penalty there. So we'll just jump back on board here with me. As I said, the aim is just to stick in the slipstream, because we know Adam is probably the fastest driver, so you're doing well if you can keep up with Adam. He's definitely the benchmark. So the aim is definitely to try and keep up with him here and see what we can do. But as I said, been practicing with Mark, and Mark's got very good at this track, so I know Mark's a real danger behind, so I've got to race sensible, otherwise Mark will be looking to pounce and take second place off me here. But I'm also know the way Mark drives, he's probably thinking to race sensible to pull away from the guys behind, so we probably don't have to look off over our shoulder too much at the moment. But as the laps go on, I'm sure he will be looking to attack us. So took it nice and clean on this first lap here, and I think by the end of this first lap, with front three were starting to break away a little bit, so it was looking into a bit of a 3-horse race. But we're going to start this, just try and look after the tyres as much as we can, changing up early out the slow corners, half braking instead of full braking, just to try and protect the tyres, especially situations like this where the slipstream's helping us catch up. So, but on this one I have split this into 2 races this time, so I will be posting race 2 hopefully tomorrow. So once that's posted, I'll link that in the description below for you to go check that race out after this one. So on this one we've just got the qualifying that we've already seen, and race 1, and then race 2 will be in the next video, which is a reverse grid of the results of this race. So definitely go check that out once I've posted it. Again, Adam's just starting to pull away there, so we're just going to want to push a little bit now just to make sure we stay in that slipstream range. See, because we dropped out of it there, but that was because we were going for the better exit, which we did get, which gets us back in the slipstream there. And you see we've got a much better exit because we've gained a fair bit on the exit there on Adam ahead. But Mark is still there right behind us in the slipstream. You can see him on the radar, but yeah, luckily he's not going to be going for anything stupid, Mark behind us. He's keeping it sensible as well. Then changing up to 5th early here, just to try and reduce the understeer a bit and protect those tyres. And see, we're right back up behind Adam again now. Taking nice and easy into the final corner, much better. And again we get the run, so are we going to look at a move into turn 1 maybe here as we set the fastest lap? But obviously slipstream assisted. No, not going to be close enough, but I was never going to go for the move there anyway. This stage of the race, like I said, I know Adam's fast. I don't want to start battling with him. I would rather use him to pull me along than battle with him, because also in this situation Adam was in lobby 1 whereas I'm in lobby 2, so we're both holding a first place technically here, so I was never going to risk too much to battle with him because Mark behind is in the same lobby as me, so obviously wasn't going to battle too much because I don't want Mark to take the position off me, because like I said, Mark's got very quick at this track as well, so he's a real threat for my first place in lobby 2 here. So again we're staying right up on the back of Adam here, just using his slipstream to pull us along and using his slipstream to allow us to just half brake early, protect the tyres as best we can. You see we don't get the greatest right hander there, but again thanks to the slipstream we do get a slightly better exit and can start to close back up. And it looks like Mark maybe got a poor exit because he's in slipstream, but he is dropping. And you see we close right up to Adam here, but you see we just brake early, half brake and slow down, not going to go for anything stupid. We're only on lap 3, still 24 minutes of this race to go. So for me this was all about racing smart this first race, and then hopefully staying in touching distance with Adam, and hopefully then we can attack him later on or into the second stint of the race, hopefully. You see again here, Mark's just starting to drop into the danger of losing the slipstream, so we're going to bump. No, we're not quite close enough to bump, but I was always thinking of possibly bumping Adam there just to try and get out of slipstream. As you see, Mark's right on the cusp of slipstream there, so going to be looking to drop him out of slipstream range if we can and pull away from him a little bit, but he is starting to close it back up again. But we've dropped off Adam a little bit here, so some very good laps for these opening 3 laps here onto the 4th lap. The front 3 definitely staying together, but it looks like Mark might have made a mistake there. As you see, the gap's opened up to 9/10 there, so he must have made an error through that section. So this is where now we're not going to mess about. We're going to not go for any moves. We're going to try and pull away from Mark now that he's not got that slipstream to keep him dragged along, and see if we can create a bit of a gap, and then me and Adam can fight it out for first, hopefully later on. But as I said, I know Adam is really fast, so the fact that I've kept with him this long is very good. As you see, we're right in slipstream again now, but see, again, not going to go for anything silly, not going to go for the dive, because that's just going to let Mark get back into slipstream if we do that. And as I said, in this situation, yes, I want to beat Adam. Everyone wants to win on track, but really I'm not racing Adam in this situation. I'm racing Mark, so I want to make sure I pull away from Mark to keep that lobby 2 first position. Don't want to give him any opportunities to pounce on me. So you see here, it looks like we get a much better final corner there than Adam ahead, so we are going to have to run on him here. So will we go for the move? Mark's 1.3 behind. I decide not to. I'm going to bump Adam just to extend that gap for Mark, make sure there's no chance of him catching back up to slipstream now. So let's see, he has caught up a little bit though, so he's definitely got pace through turn 1 by the looks of it, Mark. Looking at the delta on the left hand side. Then I was looking to come into the pits on lap 7 was my planned pit stop, which should be around 15 minutes exactly on the timer, roughly, depending on how fast we've been or how slow we've been, but we're keeping up a fairly good pace here, so I imagine we'll be on the 15-minute mark. You see again, just half brake and protect the tyres as much as we can, so that we can really push in the in lap. Oh, Adam goes a bit wide there, so are we going to have to run on him here? But we get not the greatest exit, but still better exit than Adam does. I think we've definitely got the measure of him through that corner. You see, we've got the run. Are we going to go for the move? No, I decide to bump him again. I decide better of it, because I can see we're really pulling away from Mark now. Maybe then is when I should have gone for the move if I was going to, but I decided not to. I decided to think of the long term. But you see, just make a mistake there and run wide. She's going to allow Adam to just pull away a little bit now. See, and then just another mistake because of it. Lost the flow through them corners, but luckily for us, Adam hits the wall there, which helps us close back up a little bit. But not the greatest final corner, and Adam is pulling away. Are we going to lose that slipstream? Now's the time to push. 2 laps till we come in, so now's the time to start pushing a little bit, because we don't have to worry about the tyres as much anymore. As Kieran there makes an early pit stop off the super softs by the looks of it, and Ian with an early pit stop as well. But we are just out of slipstream range now, so as you see, we are pushing now to try and get back in slipstream. But as I said, I think Adam has got better pace than me, so this is really pushing for me now to stay in it with him, which we're just clinging on at the moment. Got a little dodgy off that little bump there, so we had to lift off the power a little bit, which has allowed him to pull away again. But we are still just in that slipstream range, but we could do with being a tad closer if we can. But we hit the wall there, and that could be it. That could be the race for first gone there with that little mistake. We've allowed that gap to open up to a second now, so that could be the race for first gone, but we're going to have to push now. So rest of this lap and the next lap before we come into the pits. So we're going to really push, do everything we can to get back in slipstream. But you see, as we skip ahead to lap 7, we've still not managed, but he's not dropped us by too much. Still 1.2 seconds as Adam comes into the pits and we follow him in there. So he's not pulled away. So we've still got a chance here if we can push on the first couple of laps after the pit stop. We've still got a chance of getting back in Adam's slipstream and being in the race for first place here. So let's see what we can do. As you see, 2 cars stay out there, so me and Adam come out in 3rd and 4th. But we're going to have a bit of traffic to deal with, it looks like here. So see that gap's coming down, 1.1 now, so hopefully we get a easier time of passing this traffic than Adam does, and that'll close us back up into slipstream range. But this is where we need to try and do something if we're going to challenge for the win of this race. But this is what I was thinking at the time, but I also didn't want to wear my tyres out too much, because like I said, we are supposed to be in different lobbies, so we're not technically racing each other, but obviously everyone wants to win on the track if they can. But as you see, Adam has managed to pull away again now, as he's caught the traffic though. So is he going to get held up? Let's see what happens. Looks like he's caught them in an awkward position here. This isn't the best corner to catch on, but he does get the switch back and get it done. But that does allow us to close back up a little bit. But where are we going to catch Andy now? But within his slipstream, which is good for us, he's pulling us along. And let's see what happens. Andy pulls to the inside. Is he going to defend? No, he brakes early. So thanks for that, Andy. Lets us past, and we lose no time at all there passing Andy. So that's good for us. Hopefully we could have the same passing Alex, as looks like Adam's caught Alex in a very awkward position here. Not really a position where Alex can let him past easily, because obviously Alex is in his own race. He's not going to want to lose any time, so Adam has to go for a bit of an awkward move on him there to pass. So hopefully we can gain ground with that. And let's see, what does Alex do here? He comes into the pit. So again, we had a better time passing the traffic than Adam did, but he's still 1.2 seconds ahead of us. So we've not managed to close that gap. So as I said, Adam has got the overall pace on me, which is why I need his slipstream, and why in these first couple of laps out the pits is when I need to do it. Otherwise I think he's going to start to run away with this one. But as you look behind there, now we can see the deltas. 4.5 seconds back to mark, so we've definitely got the first place for lobby 2 secured here if we don't make any silly mistakes. But let's see what we can do. See, a little mistake there, missed the apex, and we go a little bit wide and have to lift, so we get a poor exit. So this might be race over now. This might be Adam running away with first place, and down for us to concentrate on Mark behind. Yeah, and again there, just another poor corner there. Looks like we've just lost concentration a little bit now. So let's see, is Adam going to pull away now? Yeah, it looks like Adam's got it now. So now we've got a 4-second gap to mark, and didn't have the greatest second stint, but down to 3.8 seconds to Mark, so he's not managed to close that gap, but Adam pulled away to a massive 7.5 seconds, so well done to Adam there, great win, and well done to Mark as well in 3rd place there. Great result for Mark as well there, and makes the championship really close. Like I said, I'll put the links for Sportscar Worldwide in the description below if you've got any interest in joining the league, and I'll put the race 2 in the link in the description below as well once I've posted that, so check that out. So that's all for this time, so I'll see you later. Goodbye.